Now with 100% more ducks. Howdy folks, Grok the DuckFarmer here, and I'm on the FTOG Avant3 server, and I'm on a quest. I'm on a quest to have all the things, but that's not what I'm questing for right now. No, I'm on the quest for jungle. And this here is the biome radar from Random Things, and it's pretty cheap to make, just a little bit of iron and glass, and it does require some of these little shards things. These you can only get, you can see it spinning in there, you can only get those from loot chests, and that's the only way you can get it. And this one happens to be a jungle, because I want to find a jungle biome someplace. But you make that, and you put this array of iron bars on top of it, and then apply a redstone signal, and it emits all these little sparkly bits, and there should be a fifth one in the center when it finds it, and then you right-click it with a piece of paper, and poof! You've got coordinates for where a jungle is. This has been running for like 5 days and nothing. So I'm thinking there's no jungle. And let me show you another method. If we come in here, there's a rare ore, biome essence ore, and I snagged a bunch of that from the end because it's fairly easy to spot that way. And you get all these different biome essences. And I've pulled out 3 of them. Rainforest, because I think that's very jungly. Jungle, and Mushroom Island, because I don't recall seeing any of these in my exploration. So, to make this work, you need a biome finder. Well, that requires ender amethyst, no problem, snagged that from the end, and a terrestrial artifact. Well, that uses all these rare, weird gems, but I'm getting that from my ore miner, so no problem. 1, 2, 3. What? No, stack. Okay, fine. We'll just toss you in like this. And then let's make you some of those. 1, will you stack? Nope. Fine. Alright, so now, if you just craft these with the essence, this is now a Mushroom Island biome finder. This will be my jungle biome finder. And this one here will be my rainforest finder. And then all you have to do is hold it in your hand, right click. What you gonna do? It's scanning around for the biome, and it's either going to tell me where it is, or it's going to come back saying, nope, can't find it. And I believe, although I haven't read it anywhere, but just gut feeling, this is scanning every place that's been loaded on the current world. So, since there's been people going off in all sorts of directions, this should be scanning all of those places. And I'm going to check this, and I'm going to check the other 2. When I was playing with this in single-player mode, it was coming back fairly quickly that there was no biome of this type around. And that's because I think in that single-player world with the same seed, I had only explored a small amount. So, I'm going to sit here and let this run for a while. Hopefully, it will find it. I'm thinking this is a big bust. I've AFK'd here for over an hour, letting these guys spin along, and none of them have come up with anything remotely resembling a out of range or, oh hey, over there. So I'm thinking mushroom biomes and jungles and whatever this third one was. What was it? Rainforest, yes, rainforest. I'm thinking there are no such biomes anywhere to be found that have been found. Oh well, I'll have to do without or keep exploring. I'm going to try something, and I have no idea if this is going to work. Now, if we take a quick look at my lovely pick here, and that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this, yes. I've got Fortune X or Fortune 10 on there because it's all Roman numeral stuff, and that's fantastic. And that came off of the Evilcraft pick, and I just disenchanted that off of there and slapped it onto here, and boom, Fortune 10. Well, Toddy was saying, hey, progressive automation has something very similar, and if we take a look at this, it's just iron and a nether star. You get this wither iron, and you can make axes and hoes and swords and all the rest out of this. They have unbreaking 10 on it, and he was saying, hey, throw that unbreaking 10 on a diamond axe and throw that in your farming station. And I'm thinking, that sounds really good. I like that idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and craft me up some of this. So iron, and I have very little iron in my system. I should process some up. Okay, so there's 2 of those, and 4 sticks, precious sticks. Let's go ahead and make 2 shovels, because that way I can get 2 spells out. And let's do a book. Let's see, one of you, feather, and some ink of some sort. Ink, one of you. All right, let's, you know, I'm drawing a complete blank at this point. Book, whether I need that type of book or the other book. So I'm gonna grab one of both because complete blank. And it's not like I haven't done this recently. I did this fairly recently. I think it's just the regular book. Let's go with that. So you and kapow. And you are not there. Let's dump you both under there. You. All right, disenchant. There we go. So yeah, it was just the regular book. And sure enough, there's Unbreaking X. I wonder if it works with this. Gut says no. Let's toss that in there. Toss that in there. Try. Nope. So let's go ahead and grab just a regular book. And because I'm lazy, we'll just dial it up that way. And let's disenchant this puppy. Toss. Toss. Woohoo! Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and send Toddy one of these Unbreaking X books because he gave me a great suggestion, and yay! So I'm going to go ahead and borrow some of Mistaken's mana and make me some diamond axes with Unbreaking X. It's been a couple days since I got the Unbreaking 10 and slapped it on some axes here, and the farm's been going like crazy, which has been great because I'm going to need a bunch, and you know, you never can have too many things. But if we take a quick look at this, I used to have some of the currants and stuff, and those have all changed, so I've got lots of corn and spruce bookshelves and weird stuff. Anyway, yeah, I'm up to, at this point, 372 stacks of oak, which is probably sufficient for what I'm going to need. I think that ended up taking something like 30 stacks of oak. I'm not sure. One of the things I did is, as it was coming down here, I filled it all in with oak. Oh, I didn't expect that to be like that. You're supposed to be up. Why are you like that? Sorry, got distracted a little bit. There. That's what you're supposed to look like. I want it all up and down oak here, and then, you know, the minor roots going out, they can be sideways, but all up and down. Anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to go in here and show this is working out grand, and I check every so often. Nope, nothing here. There had been a couple zombie drops, but nothing currently. And the thing is going like crazy. What I have been doing is I log in the morning just before I go off to work. I'll grab my axe, repair it, come back, throw it back in, and life's good. And it goes like gangbusters. This is probably, looking at the clock, this is about 7 hours worth of work. And it's gone down a little bit less than 100. So, yay. a full day's worth. And I think the smallest I got it down to was about half durability taken out. And that was like, a full 24 hours of just going like crazy in there. And there were several times I came to the mob farm, killed a bunch of skeletons, grabbed 5-6 stacks of bones, turned them into a bone meal, dump them in, and let this go into overdrive. And so that really kicked it in. That's working great, and I love that. Something interesting, I went over in here and I fiddled with my travel anchor. I went ahead and started naming them, so that's good. And originally I had it here, and I was mentioning that I couldn't get back to base at all. In fact, if I stand on this one, I'm standing on you. Oh, well, fine. I'll do this. There's the top of the hovel, there's the base. There was one right here in the sand, because from the base I could get to the sand and then over to here, and from here I couldn't connect all the way over, which is why you couldn't, from here you can't see any of those because they're too far away to connect with this. But with the Staff of Traveling from Ender.io, that works just fine. Except when I was here, stand right about here, that's where it was. Here's the base, right click, shift right click. No, it won't go. But if you look at the hovel, boom, done. Go back to ore, boom, done. If I try to go to the base, it made a liar out of me. If I went standing here, if I tried to go back to the base, nothing. Try to go to the hovel, nothing. As near as I can tell, it's these storage drawers. They are like an unpassable block if there's too many of them. So from back here, it works just fine, and I can travel back and forth. So that's what I've been doing, and many thanks to Chris Hoekstra, who, one of my commenters, mentioned this, and as he was saying, hey, you could try this and try that, and I had already made the staff, but it really wasn't working, and then I pulled it back here, and yay, now it works. So that's fantastic. There's a technology win for you. And some other stuff. Yeah, I cleared up all the contents in the drawers here and shoved it into the main, because I figured I've got the room, I don't need to worry about that, so I will do that. Also, did a little change over here. The stuff from RF Tools for teleporting around, I yanked out. And Thor was saying that there's been some problems with this, particularly on the Patreon and FTOG community server, where people would teleport using the RF Tools teleporters, and everything would hang for 15 seconds or crash. And so we said, yeah, let's just clear that out. So instead we're going to be using these enrichment chambers, because that's what it says right there. Now this is the teleporter from Mechanism, and I can go ahead and bounce back and forth. I have it set as a private. There is one top of the nether that Toddy set up, and I also threw one out in the mining world because of the problem of bouncing back and forth. So it's Grok and Toddy's mining portal, since we're so close to each other. And oh hey, I'll actually show this off, because why not? Let's no, you are this, that's what you are. I want to dial there, so let's go here, set teleport. And we appear up in the air, because when I had it down on the ground, since mobs do spawn here in the mining world, I've actually had my RF Tools teleporter explode on me when a creeper came up right behind me and gave me a big hug. So it's up here. But that's not really what I wanted to show. I'm getting sidetracked, because I do that occasionally. So let's go set that back to there. And back to the base. And so that's a real win, and so that means I need to get a bunch more steel for stuff like that. So that's good. One visit by Link the Killer later. He was checking some questions about the ore miner I had, and wanted to know about that, and so I talked with him for a little bit and said, go off into creative and see how big those things get, because the tier 4 is huge. Anyway, been to the end, and now I've got some dragon's breath, which is great, and 2 heads that I stole off of boats out there in my wedge. And I want to make some rings. Let's see, how many nether... not there, up here. Nether 6. Okay, I had done a couple of wither killing. I was curious how many I had, and that's good because I want to do some rings. From actually additions. These rings are the tier 1 potions, and if you hold them in your hand, then you get that effect. In this case, Ring of Regeneration. But these are the tier 2, the advanced rings, and they will work anywhere in your inventory. And I was thinking night vision. I really like night vision, although we have night turned off a lot. But if I go caving or anything like that, I love having night vision. And water breathing, because I like going underwater and looking for things and exploring, so that's really good. And speed, no. Fire resistance, those are the 3 that I'm thinking are really interesting to get, because if I'm doing stuff in the nether, if I'm going caving down below, I like not to be burnt up by fire. So resistance, regeneration, the armor is fantastic. Jump, strength, haste, and speed. None of those impress me nearly as much as the fire resistance, water breathing, and night vision. So I'm going to go ahead and make those. So night vision. Let's see, need the regular ring. I got some of these I looted. Rings. I think rings are going to be the same for all of them. So that's night vision, water breathing. Yeah, the rings are all of them. It looks like all of this is the same plus 4 other things. So let's make some rings. Oh, easy, easy, easy. 1, 2, 3 of those. And I needed these diamantine crystal blocks. Okay, so that's diamond. Diamond. I can spell. I can. So let's go ahead and make some blocks. 1. That's why I keep Xing out of things here, so that it doesn't make the last craft. There we go, because I really wanted 3 of those and not 5 of the other. Anyway, yeah, let's grab this back here. Let's transform these. Give me the lens. Alright, diamond, diamond, diamond. Fire. Thank you. And let's put the lens back. Okay, so I think we've got that. So go back to the ring. Let's see, that's night vision. I do. So there's a night vision ring. And oh, hey, I have an extra gold carrot hanging around. I lost count how many of those I'd looted. So that's night vision, and I want water breathing. So let's get a water breathing. And then it was fire resistance. Do I have magma creams? I do! Yay! Okay, so now these all need to be upgraded with this Ender Star thingy, also from actually additions. And Ender Star, Black Quartz, Prismarine Shards, I got a stack of those from Thor's farm, yay Thor, and Dragon's Breath. So I need 3 of these. Uno, dos, tres. Alright, so I should be able to put that there, this there. There's my advanced ring of fire resistance, and water breathing, and night vision. Yay! Alright, I love those. That is fantastic. It's something that I love having these abilities, particularly the night vision going caving. It's great. So anyway, done with that. Got some rings done, so that's always good. We talked about getting these teleporters in place, and if we take a look at those teleporters from Mechanism, no, let's do teleporter. Here's the Mechanism teleporter. And the basic control circuit, that's just osmium through the infuser, so that's no problem. Steel casing, that, it's not 2 each, it's 1 each, but that requires a chunk of steel, and I need 4 of those, plus a teleportation core, which is 2 of these atomic alloys, so that's the top tier, and so that's a couple diamonds and obsidian each. So it's not critical, but needed lots of steel. So I went ahead and changed my farming station over here to do steel crops, and after several hours I said, okay, I'm done. because yeah, I've got 1500 steel ingots, so I'm good for the steel, and I'm going to be making a bunch of these teleporters. In fact, do I have? I don't. Did I make a second one in here? Teleport? Nope. I need to make... Oh, the second one went over to the mining world. That's why. So that is another way for me to zip around, particularly since I've got my portable teleporter here to zip around with it. So as you can see, I no longer have my stuff from RF Tools to move that. So sad, sad, sad. You can go back up in there. The other thing that I want from Actual Editions, bat. I want these wings of the bats from Actual Editions. Is another way of doing the creative flight, and that needs 6 of these bat wings, the empowered diamantine crystal blocks. Well, I just made 2 of those, and then I can empower them. And again, this doohickey. The problem, though, is I only have 3 so far, but I do have a soul vial with bat, so I will either go do some caving and kill me some bats and see what I can come up with, or I will set that up in one of those ender spawners and spawn me a whole bunch and kill them there, just so that I can get me a bunch of bat wings. That's the plan. But that's for later, and part of the reason is, you know, this one here from Extra Utilities is going great. It's fantastic, but if I can get this one from Actual Editions, if something happens, I've got 2 different methods of creative flight. We had to yank the Tinker's construct out of the pack for a while because of the problems it was causing. The slime islands were overflowing, and then those flowing blocks became source blocks, which then caused other flowing blocks, which became source blocks, and it was a hideous mess, and it was crashing the server all over the place. So having other things from other mods is great in case a mod goes away, or the mod author says, haha, you can't use this anymore, and yanks it away. So I'm just covering my bases. And the last thing I want to do was something from Ender.io. This here, the dimensional transceiver. It's like the Tesseract that we know and love from 1.7, but we don't have it here. And I'm thinking, I'm sick and tired of running down and charging up my farming station. I would like to have some of these transceivers so that I can have Tesseract power all over. So to make these Ender resonators, so a little bit of vibrant alloy, silicon, all that's very, very doable. Plus I got a bunch of these Enderman heads from the mob farm, so I went ahead and made some of those. Octatic capacitors, that's not too hard. Electrical steel, I've been making those, so that's not hard. Ender crystal takes a little bit more work because it's one of these vibrant crystals, which is vibrant alloy and the emerald, no problem. But I need a soul vial with an enderman in my soul binder, and that gets me this ender crystal. But the good news is I've already done that, so I should have enough for 4. I do. Cool. Now, I've never played with these before, ever, and I wonder if I need a wrench. But I'm going to put this, since I want it to power out, let's put that here. Ooh, it's got that inside throb. Okay, so this has 500,000. Ooh, it does. This has got to be items sending and receiving through. Ooh, I can set filters. Very cool. Power. No, that's not mine. Let's make one Groks. And let's make it private channel. And let's add that. Alright, and so let's go ahead and send power on this guy. And we're not going to send items or receive items. And what are you? Fluids. All right. So yeah, I think that should send power at, if we look at this guy, at 25k RF a tick. So that's plenty for what I'm dealing with. So let's go ahead and grab my staff of traveling back. So let's come down here. And I probably don't need either one of these things now. Yeah, I've been recharging this a bunch. And let's plop you there. And you're active. Filter, so you're going to be on this channel and receiving. And that should be sufficient. and you are full of power, and you are full of power. Cool. So I could, if I wanted to, have it output the items so I could send them off someplace if I really, really cared, but I don't. But that's fantastic. This makes me think, you know, I've got a tier 3 solar panel here, and I have a tier 2 solar panel hiding over here, and this is what powers up everything in my base. You know, I can kill the withers, and that, I think, if I remember right, the size of the tier 4 solar panel, it's 81 solar arrays, so that's the 9x9 grid, and then it's going to be surrounded by the material blocks, so what are the structure blocks, and they need to be tier 4, like those alabaster ones I have around this one. They need to be tier 4, and that's 40 of them plus 4 more ender stars for the tier 4 controller doohickey in the center. That's 44 nether stars that I need to get, which I can do, so that's not too bad. And I already got, that's 7x7, there's 49 plus 25, so I can make just a few more that I need, and then that makes something like 80k RF per tick. You know, I hadn't thought about that, but I've got the ability to move this power now, so I might do that. Not right now, but I may do that, and that means this can get torn down, and I could put some sort of broken wooden core in here to hide the fact that you know, I've got stuff hiding in here. See, here's the interior bits that I can jump in here easily with my staff, or I use the porter there. Fun. Something else I didn't realize. I thought there were only 22 of these ores that were coming through, but no, I started getting ardite and the cobalt, and so that makes 24 ores. So yay, that works out well. And yeah, they're pouring in like gangbusters. Let's take a quick look at the storage. Yeah, it's handling everything, so not a problem. And then since I've got water breathing and night vision, oh yeah, nice and clear here in the middle of the water. Ah, I like it. Okay. So we've had a little bit of technology fail and a little bit of technology win. And all on the whole, I think it's been a technology win for this episode. Just kind of cobbling together and exploring a few things, trying different stuff, like these dimensional transceivers. I've never played with these before. I like them. They're kind of slick. They're kind of cool. And I can breathe in the water. I can see clearly in the water. And look down in here. Yeah, there's a hole here in the water. Whoop. So I can go exploring, which is loads of fun. And I do like exploring. It's just nobody wants to watch me explore. Anyway, this has been a blast. I've got a bunch of things going. I'm still missing the biomes. The rainforest and the mushroom biomes. I would like to get those. And if you have any advice, or if you are playing the Avant3 with the FTOG seed, it's FTOG Season 4, and that's the number 4. That's the seed, all lowercase. If you've got the service, the version 1.9, there's a world change, so the biomes are going to be different. And you have found either Mushroom Island or the jungle forest, jungle somewhere, let me know. Would love to. Nobody has found any of them anywhere. Or if you know of a way with a mod to change the biomes, that would be really cool. I took a look at what the Biomes of Plenty do, that will look at them and find them, but it won't change them. I'm thinking Witchery could do that, but we don't have Witchery yet. I off the top of my head, I can't think of another mod that allows us to change biomes, which is sad. But if you know of one, let me know. Anyway, this has been Grok the DuckFarmer here on the Avant3 server, having a blast. Win some, lose some. but overall I think I won. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye!